at 6'2".
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of it. Well, Doris, the past few seasons, we've seen some teams go all in on star power with little to show for it in the end.
B.A., thank you for making this point, because we have seen teams mortgage their future in order to just put a collection of stars together, and it is so rare that it works out or turns into a championship. To me, it's always about balancing out your roster. Yes, you need stars to win in the NBA, but you need the right complementary pieces around those stars to come away with a championship.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Both of the towers out there for him. Cat at the 4, Gobert at the 5. Then there's Anthony Edwards, then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Goose in at the 1. Now here's Brunson. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest.
Though there's a calmness to Jalen Brunson, there's also a competitive fire. And boy, from range, look out.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
Here's Cox. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now here's Brunson. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Minnesota on D. 4-point game. Pass to Randall. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Outstanding anticipation from Cat right there. He sends that thing back to another zip code.
Towns on a screen. Edwards for 3. The Knicks with the rebound. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were, too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Here's Cox, coming off a 28-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And he was so disruptive at the defensive end. 4 steals on the night.
Now here's Randall. 6-point game.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
Towns passes to Edwards. Launches a 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Edwards has got 8.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Randall outside. Back to Brunson. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Minnesota leading by 8. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Cox. It's Edwards on the wing. Floats one up. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And the basket by Bridges.
Oh, Mikal Bridges with the big-time strength on that finish.
Over to the left wing. Here's Cox. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist from Anunoby. Bridges has gotten his second bucket. And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. Leading by 5. Takes the 3. Nope, 4 for 7 now.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you got to play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Pass to Bell. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. It's called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Now here's Edwards. Levert with a rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Williams is out there with Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid. Then there's Dillingham. And it's Goose in the point. Outside, Williams. Pass to Dillingham. Now Edwards. There's the triple. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Goodwin. Guarded by Edwards. Now here's Hayes. Yet to see a basket. Clock at 6. 13 feet out. And he gets the jumper to drop.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
33-27.
Here's Dillingham. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. It's stolen. And stolen by Williams. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Ooh, Griffin with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Goodwin passes to Griffin. Outside for Randall. 5 on the clock. Pass to Hayes. Offline with a 3. Minnesota leading by 6. Fires from the corner. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
New York has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on Naz Reid. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Here's Cox. He has 6. Towns for 3. Bell grabs the miss. Bell's got 4 rebounds in the game. Knicks trail by 6. To the inside. Anunoby. The shot won't fall. And some solid defense from Towns. Doris Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Knicks making a change here. Randall is checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Dillingham's checked in for Anthony Edwards. Here's Cox. Brunson defending. Cox, good. Cox has gotten 4 this quarter.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. Well, Goose in their last matchup against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He scored 28 points, and talk about a two-way player. He was phenomenal at both ends, continuing what has been a solid stretch of games for him. Will we see more of the same here tonight? We'll see. Back to you.
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Here's Brunson, following the score by Minnesota. Three-pointer, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Towns, a screen on Brunson from the high post. Cox, good. Cox has got 12.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Outside Brunson. Floats one. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Towns outside. Cox the pass to DeRozan. 35 seconds left in the first half. Kicks it out Towns. 4 on the clock. Misses the three. Knicks trail by 6. 20 seconds left in the second. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Randall. And there's the screen. The three. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Cox. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we finished off one half of play. Timberwolves ahead, up 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile.
And right now, let's see. Thanks as always.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We've got Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Bell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Well, because Jalen Brunson is such a terrific decision maker, you can tell how confident and comfortable this team is when he runs the offense.
Here's Cox. Pass to Gobert, and stolen by Bridges. Outside Brunson. Bridges outside. Outside Anunoby. Drains the triple. Anunoby's got 5.
Boy, just tremendous concentration on deep range. OG Anunoby is really coming along as a shooter.
Cox the pass to Towns. Here's Cox. Brunson defending. Back to Towns. Shoots it from the high post. Cox, good. He's got 14.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career? From role player to star player.
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
Back to Randall. For the lead. The kick out to Brunson. Fires from deep. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. They've led by as much as 10. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court.
Oh, that's a strong finish. Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one misses. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Brunson. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Cox the pass to Towns. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Beautifully done by Towns, using the up fake to bait the defender.
And so Towns nails them both. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Now here's Bridges. 5 points in the game. Offensive board. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Cox, good.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Anunoby against DeRozan. Back to Brunson. Can they get it? Got a piece of it. DeRozan with the ball. No made baskets yet. And here's Edwards outside. Sinks it from distance. And now... It's a 10-point Minnesota lead.
This team looks so focused out there trying to increase their lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the floor, but they just have a few more possessions like that.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Here's Cox. Brunson defending for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And some changes here for New York. Griffin, he's checked in for Julius Randle. LeVert comes in for Anunoby. And Hayes is subbed in for Brunson. Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota. Now here's LeVert. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. It's Bridges on the wing. The 3-ball. Buries it from 3. Bridges has got 8.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Here's Cox. He's checked by LeVert. Edwards, the pass to Cox. Back to Edwards. Takes a 3. The Knicks with the rebound. When this game's over, they'll be off to Golden State as they take on the Warriors. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And so it's New York with it after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Here's Cox. He's got 22. Bell grabs the miss. Another steal. Pass to Dillingham from about 16. Here's Gobert. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, the length and the size of
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got Edwards. Nas Reed out there with Williams. Then there's Dillingham. And it's Goose in at the 1. Minnesota again missing. Knicks trail by 18. Morris deciding where to go with it. Screen by Bamba. Inside. And it's Bamba finishing strong.
Well, you see the fluidity in the screen and roll game. Mo Bamba, decisive in his movements, is what allows him to convert.
Edwards, a pass to Cox. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Here's Hayes. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. So New York ends up going with a whole new group. And the Timberwolves making a change here. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Pass to Brunson. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
DeRozan with the ball, and it's Anunoby picking him up. There's a screen. Pass to Cox. Back to DeRozan. Left side, Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Tipped. Here's the break. Here's Bell, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, this is the all-around game of Julius Randle, right? We think he can score it, board it, but how about that pass?
Here's Cox to the left wing. Towns passes to Cox. Towns, a screen on Brunson. Here's Cox. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Cox has gotten 4 this quarter.
Scoring this much while shooting this well. Insane.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Now here's Brunson. The D's right on him. And an Obi for 3. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
New York foul.
That's on Mikal Bridges.
Guys, you have to put a body on Anthony Edwards. This guy is too skilled and too strong.
And he makes both free throws. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
For 3, Randall. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well. It's just really impressive.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins all the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. So go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Goose.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Here's Brunson after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. From deep, it's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Here's Cox. Brunson defending. Cox, good. Cox has got 30.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. They set a pick.
64.
Pass to Cox. Bell grabs the miss. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. This one.
Get ready to rumble, young blood. What's the idea here? We already have
Great to see you. Take a look around. Let me know if you need anything. Thanks for swinging by. Hope to see you again.